the church. Know the words to every description. You know the devil's watching every crooked move that you make. So you try hard to walk like God with no mistake. And it happen. A wicked dude step in your shoes and walk away. Homie still caught and acting a fool. Now tell me, what a soldier here supposed to do? Turn my face like Jesus, let him do what he do? Nah, so I choose the wrong path. Open up the doors for Satan to turn into a bloodbath. Now I have to face the consequences, cause if he mind his business, he probably still be living. Lord, please have mercy on my soul. Let this sin be a reason for not getting heaven doors. I know I'm wrong, but give me a chance. Chosen boys, would you help me, cause I'm lost in the trance. Lost in the trance.
I'ma give him my best and let him finish the rest. Let him diminish your stress when your life is oppressed. Fill your chest as you worry, just gobbles the flesh. Your whole Bible's your blessed. It's the broom to your mess. Even your clothes is stretched. You at the end of your rope. You lose the hope to the point where you can't even cope. Flat broke with car notes, so life is a joke. I'm feeling stress in my toes. Can't it get me low? Credit card bills, whoa, that's another blow. It's the beginning when it's really just the end of the show. My life is stress, I can't get no rest. It's like anatomy mixed with a geometry test. I can't feel my legs, it gets stressful sometimes, but my divine light shine in this anatomy prime. It's about that time to get sick on my line. Chosen boys, about to make it feel all fine.
Life is stress, if you ain't living right, you can just lose yourself. Life is stress, if you ain't living right, you can just lose your health. Life is stress, if you ain't living right, you can just lose your mind. Life is stress, if you ain't living right, you can just lose your time. I used to live for this world, think like this world, act like this world, do as this world. My mouth was grilled, pocket was filled, dressed to kill, that's for real. I ain't trying to put no foot, I'm just telling you, trying to live the life of a hustler that was killing me. Stressed out, I remember when the Rigo was burgundy, sitting in the 30s and low. Trunk pumping, car slipping by living my window down. Some looking from the back and take all I got. Then I walk with the heat, start looking for the thief. Think I'd identify them, if I did I would be a murderer. Just had me wrapped up, had me act like an actor when I should be a pastor, preaching the word faster. Walk if I have to, when it comes to the master. Walk if I have to, when it comes to the master. Jesus! Life is stress, if you ain't living right, you can just lose yourself. Life is stress, if you ain't living right, you can just lose your health. Life is stress, if you ain't living right, you can just lose your mind. Life is stress, if you ain't living right, you can just lose your time.
Things going through my head has got me confused. I look up, even like, whoa, which road do I choose? I was once told the straight and narrow is the gate to heaven. It was so perfect, all I seen was a bunch of sevens at the same time. Why is the gate to hell? So many people still caught up in their own shell. But oh swell, if they fell, they fell. Man, life's full of stress, so you in that mess. What you mean that you just can't believe? Man, focus, can't you tell it's reality? So you out there stripping and smoking trees. What type of dreams you telling me you trying to dream? Man, if you don't know Christ will set you free. I've been seeing people make it through that misery. So what? You came from the top to the bottom. Life is full of stress, so you know there's gonna be problems.
Life is stress, if you ain't living right, you can just lose yourself. Life is stress, if you ain't living right, you can just lose your health. Life is stress, if you ain't living right, you can just lose your mind. Life is stress, if you ain't living right, you can just lose your mind.
In life there have been times where I've fallen, but doesn't mean I'ma start stalling, lose a grip on my calling. If you didn't know, my God has risen. Jesus understand, just wait for the right season. See, listen, there's deliverance in his name, power in his name, healing in his name, like none other, have no shame. Get back up again like you been trained. Fight the good fight cause you been changed by the living water, so you know you won't thirst. Though the situation may feel worse, continue go to church, but God first. The devil still lurks with the evil words, still have plan. What God given straight you can't withstand, cause God has a bigger plan. But you gotta make that chase up this face. You can make it, cause life is like a race.
Life is stress, if you ain't living right, you can just lose yourself. Life is stress, if you ain't living right, you can just lose your health. Life is stress, if you ain't living right, you can just lose your mind. Life is stress, if you ain't living right, you can just lose your time.
Life ain't easy, you know. Some of us struggle, and so just keep your head together through the stormiest weather. Life ain't easy, you know. Some of us struggle, and so just keep your head together through the stormiest weather.